Good morning and welcome back to BIFA TV, your daily dose of industry information. Today we're joined once again by Ian Matheson for this week's What the Papers Say. So Ian, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
No problem, Brooke. Immediate question is, what did you make of last week's government spending review?
Yeah, no, it went down well, didn't it, with a lot of groups of people, didn't it?
Well, it got a positive response, yeah, and it made some bold pledges in transport, power, defence, healthcare, housing, and transport capital investment is set to rise by 3.9% over the period covered by this spending review. But the point is, it's got to turn pledges into growth. The government really must prioritise logistics in its upcoming industrial trade and infrastructure strategies.
Yeah, of course, and especially I know over these last couple of years, we've seen just how important logistics is, isn't it? It touches pretty much every sector.
It certainly does, and delivering the infrastructure that's needed to move goods efficiently is key. And I'm sure BIFA members will watch closely to ensure the government strategies turn into real opportunities.
Yeah, of course, and I know that, like always, BIFA will be pushing for those practical strategies to help their members.
Absolutely, yeah. And actually, I'm sure that the whole issue of the spending review will be a hot topic of Multimodal 2025, which opens today, of course. It's really is the ideal event for anyone in the UK freight and logistics industry to explore innovative solutions.
Yeah, it seems that the show seems to get bigger every year. I think there's over 300 exhibitors and I think it's over 130 speakers, isn't it, across the 3 days. So certainly be a busy event this year, won't it?
Absolutely, and of course BIFA will be there again front and centre in the Forwarder Village, joined by 40 members or associate members who have all booked a log pod.
Yeah, we've also got a couple of members that have got their own stand across the show as well. So if any of you haven't got your ticket and do still want to join us at the show, tickets are free, so we'll pop a link to that in the description.
Brilliant. Customs entry processing is a big topic at Multimodal, and that's timely too because HMRC made several CDS related announcements last week. On Saturday, they introduced a change to CDS and GVMS, allowing goods that meet certain conditions to leave a different location than where they're declared without needing a new declaration.
I also saw something about that you don't need to request a cash account report for over 5,000 transactions anymore, isn't it?
That's what I understand, yeah. And there's an API update to CDS, which is aimed to improve data display for different declaration types.
Yeah.
And phase 3 of the Northern Ireland Retail Movement Scheme rolls out on July the 1st.
Yeah, we've got full details of all of that on the BIFA website, so we'll pop a link to that article in the description.
And I think there was a BIFA Link TV programme about that yesterday, wasn't there?
Yes, there was with Igor.
Anyway, last week, Anita, the freight rate benchmarking and analytics platform, warned of geopolitical threats to global supply chain stability. It noted that conflict between Israel and Iran could effectively close the Strait of Hormuz. And of course, that's a key route for container ships in the Middle East, Gulf. Disruption, port congestion, rising oil prices could drive up container shipping rates, of course. And I'm sure we're going to see carriers adding a security surcharge fairly soon.
Most probably, yeah. And I know that this escalation, it makes that large-scale return to the Red Sea, it makes it look very unlikely, doesn't it?
Yes, and it will obviously continue to impact on ocean freight rates pretty significantly. And finally, Brooke, a short edition this week to wrap up. A quick note: the second London Freight Club Golf Society event is on July the 4th at the Neville Golf Club near Tunbridge Wells. There are still a few spots available, and anybody who's interested should contact me as soon as possible by my mobile number or email for more information.
Yeah, these golf days, they always go down well, don't they? So we'll pop your contact details in the description below.
Thanks very much, Brooke.
Right, well, thank you so much, Ian, as always, for providing this update. I know that our members will find it incredibly useful. The links to everything we've discussed today will be in the description below. That's all for today's edition of BIFA TV, your daily dose of industry information.